Hello. Today is really exciting. I wanted to unbox this with you. So I got an order from Goulet Pens, and it says, "Thanks for your order." I already took it out of the main packaging, so I wouldn't have to wrestle with that, but then there was a cool card in here, and I think this is like their business principles. And now on to the really exciting part. So, for Valentine's Day this year, my husband bought me a fountain pen. This fountain pen has been one that I have wanted since I very first started even thinking about fountain pens. And I saw this and I thought, this is beautiful. I want this pen, but I would never spend this much money on a pen. But my husband would. So, without further ado, let's slide it out. This is already really exciting. Let's open it up. I'm not telling you what's inside yet, but we know it's from Pilot. So there was a few things that fell out of here out of the bottom. Just the user care guide and some ink. And now for the moment. Wow. Let's take a look, shall we? This is, I'm sorry, I'm just staring at it right now. This is the Pilot Vanishing Point Raden Galaxy. Beautiful presentation, don't you think?
It's an above average writing utensil.
And let's take a look. It's really, really stuck in there. Wow. Sorry, I'm looking at it outside of the camera. That is so pretty. That is beautiful. Oh my gosh. This is so exciting. I ordered, or he ordered rather, the Fine. And this is like, this has been a pen that I have admired for years. I love the other two styles as well. But this one, I love sparkly things, and this was just like a sparkly starburst, and I can't believe that I'm holding it in my hands. I have tried the Vanishing Point before, and I really liked it, and this is like just unbelievable to me that this is my pen. Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome.
Wow. Amazing. So you know what we're going to have to do. Of course, we're going to have to ink it up. I love that satisfying click. Wow. It's all mine. I'm really excited. Sorry, I keep looking over there at my husband, talking to him. I should be talking to you. This is so pretty. It's so sparkly. It's so much prettier than it is in the pictures, and it's pretty in the pictures. It's just glinting purple and turquoise and fuchsia and pink and green. It's so pretty. Oh, I love it. So I use a fountain pen oftentimes at work, but I mean, I know that this seems silly, but to twist the cap on and off, it's annoying when I'm, doing various types of, when I'm writing throughout the day, and I love retractables, and I just can't believe this is mine. Okay. But we've got to ink it up and see what happens. This is so pretty. It's, what's interesting, and this also doesn't come across, I don't think, on camera, nor does it come across in the pictures, is the depth of the abalone shell. It really does look like there are multiple depths to this, and so it's not just all on the surface. You can see that there are just, there's dimension to it. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is like a huge thing. Okay. So it comes with a converter and then a cover, or not a converter, I'm sorry. Well, it does come with a converter, but it comes with a cartridge and a cartridge cover. So I will show you this briefly. So to take it apart, you just twist it. Oh my gosh, this is mine, you guys, this is mine. And this whole nib unit comes out, so you can buy other nib units for it. Other sizes if you want. They come in other colors too. The converter just, I believe it just pops out. So let's see. I assume I pull? Twist and pull perhaps? Well, actually, I don't even really want to put in the cartridge. I want to ink it up. But the idea would be that you put that in there, you stick that into there, so that way when you are clicking, you don't bust that cartridge open. It has some sort of protection. So I think that makes sense to people. I would have to read. I'm pretty sure you just pull this off. In fact, let's see. Last thing I want to do is mess this pen up. Let's check it out, shall we? Because the one that I had used before, the cartridge was not sent to me. It just came like this, and I didn't pull it apart. So vanishing point, filling with ink using the cartridge. Okay, so remove cartridge cap from pen holder using twist converter with ink bottle. Yeah, you just pull it out. That's what it's showing. You just pull the converter off. So we're not going to do that because I'm definitely going to fill this up. And you can see that you can't put it in wrong. I think you can see that. Do you see there's a little cutout right there? And there's a little raised spot on this metal. And if you just slide it in gently, it slides right into the correct spot. And you can just twist it closed and you're ready to go. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is my pen. I'm so excited about this. 18 karat gold nib. I don't know if I had said that before. And now it's time to choose the ink. So this is going to be, this pen I already know is going to be my constant companion. It's going to go everywhere. It's going to be a well-traveled pen. So I've got my word cards, and if you've never seen my video on how I have cataloged my inks, this is how. I just put them in alphabetical order by brand and then by color, and just, you know, do a little smear of ink on there, and that's it. So I hadn't had this picked out ahead of time. I think this is part of the fun. I want to match one of those colors in there. I have this, I really want to use, well, let's see what we have, because sometimes I forget. Now, I don't have all of these inks in big bottles by any means. In fact, the majority of what I have are samples, because that way I just get to use, you know, a little of everything. I'm really tempted to put, like, you know, one of these glittery inks in here, but I know that those work, well, they show better when you use them with like a medium nib, and this is a fine Japanese nib, so it's going to be pretty fine. I wanted the fine because I think extra fine is a little too thin for my tastes. I think fine, you can see the inks a little bit better, and I don't want it to be too wet of a writer that it's not practical to use on a daily basis at work. Man, I'm really drawn to these sparkle inks. Well, obviously I like sparkly things, right? So pretty, some of those. Look at that. Oh, love that. I don't know if that comes across. It's just a really nice purple with gold shimmer in it. I have a ton of papers to grade. Can't wait to grade papers with this. So pretty. Ooh. Ooh. That would be a nice combination. There's so much turquoise and that's a contender. Which one do I have? I have the oh, this is which one is it? This one. I have a bottle of this, not of this one. Okay, we continue on, but that one is definitely a contender. No, not quite. I do like that ink though. Ooh. Oh, that might be the one. The glints of purple in there. I love this one, and I actually have a big bottle of that because I really like that ink so much. It's right here. Okay, that is, and you know, like I said, I was hesitating to put a shimmery ink in here. The Monteverde purple does not have a shimmer to it. It's just really pretty. So I wonder what your guys' favorite inks are and why. That's really pretty too, the Pelican Violet. Maybe in the comments below you can tell me what your favorite ink is, because maybe I'll have to get a sample. That's really pretty too. No, nothing like that. Look at that. Ooh. And that would be so appropriate, right? Pilot Iroshizuku Tsuji, I think is how you say it. That's really pretty. That's another contender. I'm gonna kind of twist that one off to the side. This is just a great way to catalog your inks if you have a lot, and I do, but I have, like I said, mostly samples, so you know, I just have them, all these little tiny vials in bags. This is really pretty. I just actually put this in a different pen, Private Reserve Blue Suede, and it would look really nice in this pen with that turquoise color, but I have a different pen inked up with that already. That I actually inked up last night. Ooh, that's another one too. Private Reserve Plum. That's an idea. That's really pretty. Just gonna stick that one to the side. I have a feeling that there's gonna be some sort of purple ink in here. That's really pretty too. But I already have that one pen inked up with some greenish ink. So we move on. We continue on. I don't know. I think that it might have to be a Pilot ink just for this first one. I do love this color. It's so pretty. That's really pretty too. Well, I think it needs to be a Pilot ink just for this first one. It was gonna be between these two. Man, I really like that Private Reserve, and I love the Monteverde purple. But in honor of Pilot, let's go with the Pilot ink. Pilot Hiroshizuku Tsuji. If I'm saying that wrong, My apologies. So what I've done to store my ink is I just kind of group colors together in bags so that at least I can look and go, okay, like that's my bag of gray, or that's my bag of purple or red or whatever. And so I think I actually have a bag of like pinks and burgundies. So let me grab that. Let's see. Could be. I think these are reds. These are mostly like red, burgundy. Yeah. Not in there. I suppose I could also group them by brand. I don't know if that would make more sense. If you have an idea, please list it below. But this was pretty simple, right? I just have a few pinks and they're in here. So, let's get it out. Let's ink it up and then let's write with this. So here it is. Because we've got a Pilot pen, we're going to load it up with some Pilot ink. This is really exciting. So in order to fill this up, it's going to have to go all the way up to this hole. And I hope I have enough ink in there to do that. We'll find out. Probably the hard way. So you can see that there's this little, what is this, like little twisty knob that I'm turning, and you can see there's little metal balls in there to kind of keep the ink mixed up. So maybe that would, you know, negate any problems I would have from putting a glitter ink in here. So I'm going to try to have to maneuver this, and I don't think it's going to be on camera very well. But I just need to see if I'm able to get far enough down into that ink. I think I am. And then we just turn up and we'll see if it draws ink up. I might have to go with the Monteverdi purple just because I have a full... Ah, I see some in there. We'll go with it. Always bring a towel. There's ink in there, you can see it now. So I always learn the hard way. So let's not learn the hard way today. Let's close this before it spills. And clean off this. You know, and I feel like now that I've done this, I remember people telling me that, you know, you're supposed to clean off, like flush out the pen before you even start when it's brand new, but you know, I just never do that. So we're going to go ahead and slide the nib in, being really careful to not bang it against the sides. And then I'm going to try to put this on here. Let's see. Now what's happening? Am I doing something wrong? Oh, okay. There we go. And it is ready to go. A little inky, that's alright. I've got some paper here. I'm just using Junior Arc notebook paper for testing. I find that it's really nice and smooth. Here comes the satisfying click. This pen is gorgeous. I feel so fancy. Let's pull this out of here. This out of my way. Alright, you guys, it is the maiden voyage. So, it's perfect. It's just immediately writes. Super smooth. Perfect lines. This is really exciting. Look at that. I can't even talk. I'm speechless. Beautiful consistency. No skipping. No hard starts. No scratchiness. There's there's feedback to it, but it's not a scratchy feedback. It's just how do I explain it? I feel like I remember the vanishing point that I tried, that the nib felt really soft. And to me, this nib doesn't feel really soft. Like, I remember that one feeling really, like, squishy almost. And this does not feel soft to me. And that could be my own memory being, you know, off, or maybe there is something about this. I'm trying to remember if that nib was like the rhodium plated or if it was gold. I don't remember right now. So this is a firm, feeling nib. It's smooth. The pen, the weight is balanced. It feels comfortable to grip. It feels you know, evenly weighted. The diameter is nice, so the diameter is comfortable. I feel like I don't have to grip really hard. Even though it's shiny, it's not slippery. The pen clip, it kind of gives you a place to hold on to, so it kind of adds support to the grip. So the clip adds support to the grip. I'm probably not going to use this pen clip, but it's on there. That's a solid pen clip right there. The click, it's a nice satisfying click. The pen, it feels substantial in my hand. Substantial and weighty. I'm finding that as I write, this is actually kind of nice. It's kind of nice to have that to pinch in between my fingers. I don't know if everybody would feel that way, but it's comfortable. The length of the pen is just fine for my hand. It's actually kind of nice because there's no cap to post. So sometimes I find like with my Lamy Safari, when I post the cap, the pen is just like massively long. So I think that the length fits my hand. I like that there is no cap to worry about. And I like that there's a clip on it so that if you're sitting at a desk that isn't even, or even if it is, you know, if your pen rolls at all, it's not going to roll off. So the clip prevents rolling. this is just really nice. It feels really good in the hand. It like warms up to your hand. Feels great. And it's just really beautiful. I like that this is a really thoughtful design, because when I'm writing and I'm holding it like this, you can see I'm holding it. My hands are pinching this area and the pen is sitting here, right? So the way that they've designed this is where my hands are, it's basically black. I'm not missing a whole lot. I mean, there's little bits scattered throughout here, but the majority of the pattern is here, and that's exactly where it's sitting, so that as I'm writing, I can look directly at this and see all of the sparkliness of the pattern, and it's not underneath my fingertips or like hidden behind my fingers as I'm writing. And that's really thoughtful. So I'm thinking about like the water stripe and then or the water pattern. I can't remember the names, and like the stripe, the other two in this collection. And so I'm assuming, you know, that's the same placement. So that's a really thoughtful placement of the sparkles, the abalone shell. Thoughtful placement of shells. I have just been writing and writing and writing, and I have had no skipping. I've had no scratchiness. It's comfortable. You don't have to grip it really hard to feel like you've got a hold on it. It just tucks right there in your hand, and the clip keeps it where it's supposed to be. So I think it fits like a glove. Super comfortable. I'm trying to remember. I remember I liked that vanishing point before, but I guess I could go back and watch my own video. But maybe it's because this is mine, or because this is beautiful, but this is a wonderful writing experience. This is a superior and pleasure-filled writing experience. So all of this writing, all of this, effortless. Look at how nice and perfect and even all of the lines are. I mean, that was just, pick it up, writing, taking some notes on things, and then you can just click it and lay it down. I think this is one of the nicest gifts I've ever gotten. Thanks. And I think I'm going to get daily use out of this. I'm really excited because I'm going to blow through like all of these inks, and then I'll have to get some more ink, and it's going to be fabulous. I would have never purchased a pen that was this expensive, but I'm sure glad my husband would, because I think this is gorgeous. There are moments when I'm not talking and I'm just staring at it, because the depth and the sparkle is just, it's so beautiful. The pictures online just don't capture it, and I don't even think that my video is doing a good job of capturing it, because it is so pretty. I wonder if I turn down my light a little bit, if that will give you an idea. This actually, I think, kind of shows off the color. Let's see. If I turn down the light, maybe if I change the type of, woo, not that. Change the tone, or the, warm, cool. This kind of shows off a little bit of that sparkle. Let's see. I think it's just really hard to capture the depth of the pen, but the sparkle is incredible. It's so pretty. So this was a really long video, but I'm totally okay with that, because this is a beautiful pen, and I've wanted it for years, and it's amazing to finally get something that you really, really wanted, but you never really thought you were going to get it. And I'm just so excited to just use this every single day. I think some people would be afraid to take it out of the house, or be afraid to bring it to work, or to use it out and about. And my intention is to use this pen every day for whatever I would want to use it for, because why have something this beautiful unless you're going to use it so that it can bring you joy? And the majority of the writing I do is at work, so this is where this is coming. It's going to grade some papers tomorrow. Oh, it's such a beautiful pen, and it's going to lead such a glamorous life. But I think that you can see how pretty that is. It's just, online just did not do it justice. It's so much better in person. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to any comments that you might have, or questions, or knowing what your favorite ink is, or if you have one of these, what do you think of this pen? I think it's amazing. And if you have another Vanishing point, which one do you have, and do you like it? Do you use it a lot? Because I can see this being super practical just because of the retractable tip. Oh, and I kind of didn't show this, but I assume that we've all seen Vanishing point videos. Maybe I shouldn't make that assumption. But just briefly, I was going to wrap this up, but briefly, if we look at this, that just has like a little trap door. I think you can see that it opens, and that's where the nib comes out. So it doesn't dry out. It just stays, it stays at the ready. So I think that, again, you can see that in there. The little trap door is going to open up, nib comes out, so that even when it's been sitting for a while, it still writes perfectly as soon as you want to write. And I do remember that being my experience with the Vanishing point I used before. Even if it sat for, you know, a week, well, I don't think it ever did sit for a week, but if it sat for a day or something and I hadn't used it, I just click it open and it was ready to write perfectly. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was entertaining to you in some way, because I do want to keep this for posterity, for myself, so I can watch it and see how much I loved this pen. Because I do love this pen already. It's amazing. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.